very, very disgusting heroes to actually play with here. Do they ban off the glue this time? Because time and time again, in the previous game here, Trabot was doing so much work as a glue, making sure he's zoning the right targets time and time again. Likewise can be said for the Drift, for the Kaja pickup. So, see you soon. Do they respect the Kaja or do they ban it off? But for now, the Drift first pick, do they ban the glue?
Ooh,
Okay, Fanny again.
Yeah, we're probably going to see the first few bans the same. Maybe an R-Lot again is going to be banned. They did talk about how they respect the R-Lot hero too. Same goes, I mean, so far so the same. But I think what should be banned out, Kaja, maybe not. Again, because Kaja is a single pick, right? So single pick of heroes. So I think dealing with single pick of heroes are not too bad. So they might not want to waste it on it.
Yeah, I like that the Drift has taken the initiative to bring the Baxia because of the fact that it actually limits the regeneration of the glue itself, which is something that I think a lot of players kind of struggle in the current meta, where yes, Dominance Ice first item is great and all, but it has shifted to a meta where Dominance Ice sometimes is not the priority. In this case, having an early Dreadnought armor or an early Radiant armor would be much more helpful than the Dominance Ice because of how much burst they can do to the table. In this case, the Dirov was one of them. So I think with the Baxia, getting the early Dreadnought armor was what helped them in their favor. Meanwhile, the Drift this time, they're smart now. They picked the glue, denying away from See You Soon, and See You Soon also denying the Kaja away from the Drift. Two very comfort heroes from both sides, and both teams do play a lot of Kaja.
Yeah, it's nice to see the Kaja switching sides. Now, let's see, what would come next? I think we might... Well, Baxia wasn't too bad of a pick if you kind of think about it,
I
right?
really liked the idea.
Yeah.
I really liked it because it was based on that scenario. That final pick was what they needed from the Drift. But personally, the Baxia would have won the Drift the game if Siusu didn't go for the Dirov final pick, because that Dirov was pretty much the game changer of just destroying all this tankiness that Baxia brings value as a jungler in the early stage game. So I think it all came down to the draft, right? So both teams, they understand each other's draft, they understand what was the right condition to actually come on top, and I love it about this. But now, bringing something new to the table, See You Soon knows that Assassins has been banned from the first stage of the game. The final phase of bans here, both sides banning off Assassins. See You Soon not taking that risk, picking the Hayabusa for themselves this time.
Well, so now we still have a couple of open picks here. The Valentina, surprisingly, is not being picked or banned by any side, so that could be considered as well. Interestingly, See You Soon, so I think that we might see a Valentina being picked up by See You Soon. That's something that
I think
they have not picked up, actually.
I think the Drift should actually ban it as a safety net. But at the same time, I'm a little bit worried as well because Kadita is completely ignored from both sides. And the Kadita for the Divine Judgment can be a guaranteed one-shot combo, even if you get an early Athena shield. The Drift, you know what? Playing it safe, going for the Faramis ban instead. Personally, not a big fan of Siusun picking it, but for the Drift to pick it up to deal with the Hayabusa isn't too bad. But as of now, they need a strong roamer, and yeah, I don't think Faramis will work in terms of synergy to actually pair up with the Feathered Airstrike. So I guess that's going to be the idea as well. Atlas is great as well as a counter initiation too. Lilia being banned as well from side Siusun. So I'm guessing they don't mind See You Soon going for the Valentina. They don't mind See You Soon go for a Kadita as well, which is great ways to actually just one-shot the Drift.
Yeah, and I think this could be an opportunity for them to do that, because looking at the current situation where the Drift is, now the Drift is playing a little bit kind of like a wildcard-ish, right? Because they don't really have like those assassins.
Eve,
yeah, so
playing safe.
So Eve, very, very safe pick. So definitely we won't see the Valentina now. Archive, like what you mentioned.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, it is a good one.
Okay, Jungle Archive coming from the Drift. And also as tank Hilda, triple tank composition coming from the Drift, it is going to completely annoy See You Soon. And this constant pressure from the Drift with the Hilda is going to put so much work on this Hayabusa. Meanwhile, See You Soon, because they picked the Eve, they need a very, very strong frontliner and an XP laner to zone them out. And currently, based on the hero pool that I'm seeing here, there are not a lot of strong ones. Forcing an Edith is not going to be good against a Hilda Glue. Forcing a Lapu Lapu is pretty much the only okay option, but it's not hard tanky. compared to what the Drift is bringing to the table. So I think going for a Yu Zhong isn't too bad as well from the side of Siu Soon, but personally, I'm very, very afraid for Siu Soon's composition right now. No choice. Yu Zhong to deal with the Feather Dash, right? Seems like that is gonna
Feather Dash, right? Okay, so at least that's done. But then again, so the fact that Kaja has been picked up by Siu Soon, so I think that they're going to crank up the pace this time around. Because if we look at the Drift, right, they don't. What they're kind of lacking is like the early stages of the game, whereby they don't have that kind of hero that has that enough mobility to really go around. So they might play a little bit safer on their half. So for Siu Soon on the other hand, because you have a Kaja, the moment you have a Kaja, you know that you need to win that early game. You know you need to take advantage, especially if you hit level 4, start doing your thing, right? You cannot leave it to the late game.
Yep, and currently, based on what I'm seeing as well, Yu Zhong is pretty much the only key winning one to actually disrupt the Feathered Airstrike coming in from the Drift. But based on this draft, we might see the full 3 game because I'm really liking the Drift's draw position a little bit better because of how tanky you get. And Claude might be forced to get up a lot of pressure, but hopefully it's not going to be the case. I know you guys want more games, and currently see you soon. Opting for a very risky composition. They're 1 game ahead. Ladies and gentlemen, we're heading into game number 2, and this is going to be the fight for their tournament lives here, especially from the Drift. And I'm pretty sure after this game, a lot of players, a lot of names are going to be watching out for the Drift. But as of yet, very, very early invades coming from the Drift with the Hilda.
Okay, so this will force LaFlame to stay in his own half, and I'm not too sure if they manage to steal away the purple buff, but LaFlame, and like what we mentioned, because you're a Kaja, you really have to go towards lane after lane after lane just to try to win those early game moments. So LaFlame, but you can't do it alone, right? Like, he's just going around just trying to be annoying towards the team. Looking at how the Drift was playing at the start, they're trying to go in for the jungle invade even till now. They really want to stop LaFlame from just scaling.
Yep, Kyrie is going to get zoned out as well. LaFlame taking a little bit too much damage. Fuji now going to be going for the harass. They force the retribution on Kyrie. And that's going to disrupt his momentum. Arski is going to try and delay the momentum a little bit more, but Starfoy will get that 4 a little bit earlier compared to Kyrie, who's currently just hit his tree up top. So that is going to be the Akai having the early heavy spin for this early engagement. But now Kyrie, a little bit of soaking damage here, but it all comes down to the retribution battle. And currently both sides still doesn't have it as well. Reach gonna be in a little awkward position. Nice. Kyrie looking for the solo kill. Okay, Shadow Kill will zone him up, but he's still gonna take a little bit too much damage. He needs to make a run for it. Fuji looking for the finish. Trouble is there to save the day, but he cannot run away from the Hilda. That's gonna be first blood in the hands of the Drift. Now, Black Dragon has been expended to try and finish Mob. They will catch Fuji. Fuji won't be the one to fall, but there is still an Archive jungle for that turtle. Glue split comes in to try and zone this fight. The heavy spin comes in, and the Drift will secure the turtle. But the fight, what is this? They get the pullback with the glue. That is Kaja down 2-1 in favor of the Drift.
Wow, a good start here for the Drift. So looking good so far, and because they got the turtle, they managed to invade the jungle, and they managed to steal a couple of buffs from the side of See You Soon. So right now, the Kaja early gameplay is not working out.
Oh, this is going to be tough here. The Drift with the split trial bot now. Gonna be forced to play a little bit safe. Kyrie once again not having the best time of his life. He's just getting completely focused down by Fuji as a tank Hilda. This is gonna be a very, very difficult target to finish off, and currently See You Soon needs at least 2 items up on ASCII. And it's gonna be tough. Starboy now gonna be forcing a retribution battle with the higher booster to steal the purple buff in. Kyrie desperately needs this farm, and Fuji, look at him. He's making sure that Kyrie doesn't get in, but they do force the retribution on Kyrie as well. There's no retribution, a heavy spin to keep them from this engaging, and now the Drift makes a run for it. Wow, this is happening as well. Can they kill off the Flame? No, they cannot, but on the top side as well, Trabot in a little bit of trouble with the glue almost killing him up top as well.
Whoa, it does look like the Drift's game in control, but then again, it's kind of 50-50 as well. Look at the movement for Fuji. I'm really liking it, but 2 onto 1 top block.
He doesn't have the damage to kill him off, and Kyrie will back off. They even forced the Black Dragon from the Drift. This is huge. Long cooldowns coming in, and Trabot cancelling it, the awkward position. He's going to get dived on, and that's going to be the kill coming from the Drift. And now, with the Feathered Airstrike coming in, they get 2 kills, and now Arki also going to be the next to fall. Double kill for the Drift.
Oh, miscommunication there by ASCII. He came in at the wrong time. He came in when the Feather Asteroid was still on and when the fight ended. So a little bit of a miscommunication there by ASCII. Hopefully CU soon can be able to pick themselves up again because I can see the stress, can see the pressure onto them.
Oh, this is so, I would say so hard to see CU play this, and the Drift absolute full control of the situation. You can see how annoying Fuji is. He's zoning the back lines and focusing on Turtle. Kyrie is there. He gets pulled to the Divine Judgment. They finally take down the Hilda, but they force multi-ultimates out on CU soon, and there's no way CU soon is going to be able to contest the Turtle at all.
Well, at least the good news is that it's just a total. But then again, if you kind of think about it, look at the goal difference between the board, about 3,000 difference. And earlier on in the previous round, it was always CU soon be at the forefront. This time, the Drift, they're having that upper hand. And CU soon, it seems like they're having trouble dealing with pressure.
Yep, Rookie now. Once again, the promo buff stolen away from Kyrie is not just a buff from stolen from Kyrie. That is also value gold stolen away from the jungler. That is going to put the Archive ahead of Kyrie even more. And speaking of ahead, he's currently level 8, whereas Kyrie is only level 6. And this is going to put CU soon being set back once again. Whereas the Drift will continue to try and snowball their way through while Kyrie desperately looks for farm across the map. Feather Strike try expanded as well. Reach. Going to try and pull off an Arky. But again, Fuji, look at this. Force an early OK Shadow kill, and Fuji and now at a stage where he hits harder than this Hayabusa. Not looking good for CU soon once again.
Look at how tanky Fuji is. Like, there's no damage. Like, you just hit him with a regular attack, but there seems to be no effect at all. And we do see a couple of skills onto him too. Same thing. Fuji right now, he is unstoppable.
Yeah, Fuji, very early Dreadnought armor to deal with the Hayabusa despite the penetration. And because of the shurikens coming from Kyrie, those 3 shurikens is going to proc a triple debuff coming in from Fuji. So that is just going to barely tickle him down. You can see he's going to be able to zone him out. Feather Airstrike being expected to provide a little bit more cover, while CU soon will lose a tier 1 down bottom. Whereas Akai is going to be able to trade off a couple of objectives here. Now Fuji still mano a mano. Doesn't have the damage, and Kyrie just cannot find any space to get farm. And the Drift right now just toying with CU soon. They force the Black Dragon. They want to go in for the catch. And can they catch anyone? Because Trabot now, he's just zoning his way through, but he's going to get completely zoned out. Heavy Spin comes in, but here comes the chain stun. And that's going to be Trabot taken out. Now Kyrie joins the fight, but he gets stunned. He got caught out by Rookie. And they are going to get 2 easy kills for the Drift.
Oh, great idea going in for the backline, but his teammates were just too far apart. And now in the mid lane, they will definitely get more kills. But before that, they'll take down
Divine
the turret.
Judgment. Oh my goodness, Divine Judgment on Fuji. And Fuji says, you know what, I'm just going to shake it off. You can't kill me. The recalls are coming in, but see you soon. Just losing so much economy across the map.
Look at how much trouble Fuji is causing CU soon. He's just going around and a lot of attention is given towards him, but every time they try to take him down, they can't because he's just that tanky. And Fuji can go around all alone. Another kill at the top lane thanks to Fuji, combined together with Rookie. I mean, this guy is just unstoppable at this moment.
This is over. Radiant Armor also purchased up on Fuji means this Eve is going to lose out a majority of its damage, especially when he drops those second skills coming in. Meanwhile, Turtle with the buff also going to be being stolen away. CU soon has absolutely no room to breathe at all. And now top side tier 2 is going to get completely collapsed, and Fuji just taunting them as well. ASCII tries to clear the minions, but what can they do? They just don't have the damage to actually challenge this. And CU soon's only saving grace is pretty much a Cloud, and even then, he needs so much more to actually fight back.
Ooh, okay, CU soon. Now they are pressed to a corner. We can see how much control the Drift has at this moment, and the Drift's control is of course because of Fuji, because of the rotation that he does, and that forces CU soon to just fall back, and they can't even come out of their base.
Goodness. Look at Fuji, he's just being so dominant right now, and now with one Feathered Airstrike just chunks half of the health all the way through. The Flame is going to get completely zoned out, but here comes the Blazing Duet to clear the minions, but he doesn't have the damage. The tier 2 will fall, but CU soon currently desperately scraping as much economy as they can, and this is gonna take forever.
Dude, you have Fuji, you have Starboy, you have 2 tanks, and Starboy can be the tank that goes along with the team, Fuji can be that solo type that just goes around the entire map, just annoys everyone.
The flame. He goes for the Divine Judgment. He gets picked off, and now, he just got his golden staff, and that's going to be the big turning point for Claude. But at this stage, is it enough time? Because it seems like he needs even more, potentially even the Corrosion Scythe while you're at it. But the Drift, they will continue to starve them out in the economy. Kyrie desperately finding some sort of farm, but he is going to get completely bullied out and choked in his base. Level 9 jungler. Trabot now with the Black Dragon to buy time. But once again, the Drift, they're just shoving all the lanes. And this is actually giving a little bit more breathing room for See You Soon. But I guess it's the best time to do so because the Drift will focus on the Lord.
Ooh, and space open by Fuji. Just look at where he is. He's at the top jungle, just going around, getting information, opening up the map. And with that information gathered, they know that they're clear to secure the Lord. And at the same time, because they saw that Fuji is around, they try to go in for the chase, but what can they do?
Kyrie must hit Fuji down to the core right now. It's like Fuji is just making sure that there's no way Kyrie is going to be able to split push, making sure he doesn't have any sort of farm. And currently, he's one level ahead of Kyrie. Oh, you hate to see this. Like, oh my
man.
goodness.
I mean, even if they take down Fuji in a team fight, like, they would expend a lot of skills on the Fuji alone. And that's definitely not going to be worth it because Fuji's not the damage dealer.
Yep, and now with the Lord knocking in as well, the Drift is going to be looking to close out Inhibitor, tying the series and See You Soon. What can they do? Fandom S-Ray already zoning out Trouble. They force out an early Black Dragon. Black Dragon with absolutely zero value in this team fight. But the Drift says, you know what, Inhibitor is all we need. It's only the first Lord, it's not the Luminous Lord. It's just not worth taking the risk to extend this fight.
Yep, it's not. But here's the question, right? So how is See You Soon going to come out and control their jungle again? The moment they want to go for the orange buff, they see someone there, and that's only one person. The rest of them are down, choking them in the mid lane, and now they're going to take advantage of the top lane.
Oh, it's going to be tough as well. Feathered Airstrike connects on Kyrie, just one Feathered Airstrike dropping down 90%. The Malefic Roar is not going to do him any good if he's so low. In this case, another inhibitor will potentially fall. As you can see, the heavy speed comes in, it locks onto one, but it is going to be the OK Shadow Cube comes in, but Kyrie eventually almost getting taken down. He is going to be able to survive, but See You Soon somehow manages to hang on, and it's all up to Na to clutch it for the team on this Claude. He's level 11, but he needs at least his Corrosion Scythe to come online, but it's going to be even more difficult because as of yet, Divine Glaive purchase up on reach, and this Farsa was hurting even more. Now, it is going to hurt even more.
Oh, they're not done yet though. Fuji, look at his position at the front line and he expects to pull skills for him.
Oh, Feathered Airstrike comes in! 2 shots, the flame! A tank Kaja just got 2 shotted by the Drift. This is not where we're looking for as well. Nah, not going for the Corrosion Scythe, going for the Winds of Nature. Hopefully it is going to be enough because as of yet, he needs even more. And Starboy, the Akai jungle, looking very tanky as well.
Behind?
But now, we do see a little bit of a solo attempt from Kyrie. It's not going to do much, but now the Crystal being focused down. They're focusing on the Crystal, and they're just taking a lot of damage. And now the Drift, they're throwing bodies for the Crystal. They get the kill, and they will try and close the game. But unfortunately, they did not focus the Crystal. They were busy fighting, and See You Soon was able to defend with 3 members down. That's going to be a little bit of a tough call for the Drift to close out the game now.
That is insane how See You Soon defended that Crystal. They could have just finished it, but oh man, the Drift, like what you said, maybe auto attacks just go everywhere and it wasn't focused onto the Crystal. They could have just ended the game and not allowing their opponent to come back at all.
Mistakes were made. They could have just thrown bodies for it, but they hesitated, and that gave a little bit of saving grace. But with that 3 kills, it is going to buy a little bit more space for See You Soon to come online. And currently, it looks like it is very possible to see this comeback.
Yes, there's still an opportunity. Now, it's tough because the moment Fuji comes back online or comes back up into the game, how are they going to deal with Fuji? It's just too much. Just too tanky, just too annoying, just too much speed.
It is going to be difficult, but as of yet, all hopes is on Na right now. He just got his Wind of Nature, and maybe the Malefic Roar is going to kind of extend his damage output on this Cloud, because right now, from the side of See You Soon, they need the perfect Wombo combo, and calling for the pause right now is smart, because right now, they need to figure out what's the best way to win that game. The only solution right now is that they need to get another pick off, and that's the beauty of having a Kaja, right? You can isolate the right target and get a kill. But currently, what is the right target? And if you think about it, 3 very, very tanky compositions from the Drift, and the only 2 hero that should die is pretty much the Brody or the Farsa. And so far, Brody is a threat. But as of yet, the biggest priority list for them that is completely zoning them out is the Farsa.
Yeah, I would love to say that, okay, their job right now, their mission right now is just to ignore Fuji and focus on the rest. But the problem is that they don't have any inhibitor turrets. So if they do so, Fuji can just like, okay, yeah, sure, ignore me. I'll just push out another lane and just end the game.
And yeah, I agree. And on top of it all, with this next Lord upcoming as well, they don't really have a lot of room, a window to actually find these opportunities. They either force a Lord or do they try and go for the stalemate. And currently, do they have enough economy to put them at a stalemate? And last I've seen, I do recall, the Drift was around 11k advantage in terms of economy. And even though they've lost that fight, I don't think it's going to be a big of difference because now we're going to be jumping into the game. And speaking of advantage, it is still 8k in favor of the Drift. And the Seosun says, you know what, we're going to rush the Lord. No jungler available. They have to rush this. And currently, the one stopping them in a track is going to be Restrike as well. They forced the OK Shadow kill, but a better Ezra almost takes him down. And Kyrie forced to reset his way through. He gets the mechanical prowess to go in for the back off. And now the Drift will continue to extend the fight. Meanwhile, Arkai a little bit too far for the retribution, but Seosun says it's not worth it. The Drift might be focusing on the Crystal, but because of this reset, that pretty much gives the Drift the potential game to close things out, and it might actually happen.
Yeah, they just need to wait it out for the Lord to show itself, and that's it. The moment the Lord is ready, walk in, finish out the game. Just look at how much health that the Crystal still has. It's about 50%. Should be an easy cleanup for them.
It's tough now. Nah, looking to steal the orange buff as well. Tong Block is there, but the blade armor up on Starboy is going to reflect some of the damage from this Arkai. But with this Lord pushing in, it pretty much gives them the game from the Drift, knowing that there's no way they can actually defend this. But now they force a phase outside the base. Claude coming in, but Trollop from behind with the Black Dragon trying to buy enough time. Well, the Claude needs to focus damage. Revolution throws in, but they just don't have the damage. They get chain stun, and see you soon now with the blazing duet. It looks good, but it's not going to be enough. While Drift is looking to focus on the Crystal, and they'll clean out everyone and tie the series, keep the tournament alive, and put See You Soon into its game number 3.
And there you have it, the Drift. What a round this is. This is a very different round from round number 1. The Drift from the start